Earlier, David Pogue looked at computer software. Now the subject is recreational hardware with our Luke Burbank.
It was just one short month ago.
I was like, oh!
That Logan Bowden was on the local TV news in Portland, Oregon, celebrating the resurgence of pinball.
We as QuarterWorld really wanted to make sure that there was places other than big arcades to be able to get your pinball fix in.
QuarterWorld, which Bowden manages, has its own arcade and even rents machines to bars and pizza shops around town. And it's one of the reasons Portland has more pinball machines per capita than any other place in the country. But, of course, last month feels like a long time ago now. On March 13th, the QuarterWorld arcade was shut down because of COVID-19, and Logan had to lay off almost his entire staff.
It was gut-wrenching. I mean, the arcade, like that's your job. That's how you support yourself.
Bowden made the decision the day before Oregon had its first reported death from the virus.
An arcade, in its essence, is a very hands-on. You're touching everything. And there is not enough Clorox in the world to be able to be like following someone around cleaning games. So like we just had to pull the plug.
But then, QuarterWorld earned a bonus round.
Right now, we're trying to...
Bowden and his staff had the idea to offer month-long home rentals of pinball and arcade games.
I don't want to risk it more than we need to, all right? So.
Meaning, he was able to hire back at least some of his staff.
Unfortunately, there are businesses that are not going to survive this. And I'm just doing everything in my power to make sure that everyone that we had to lay off has some place to come back to.
Each machine is cleaned and then packed at their warehouse, which contains over 750 vintage games. Then they're delivered to Portlanders, hungry for a little home entertainment that doesn't involve a digital screen.
One thing to ask, is anybody in your household feeling under the weather or sick?
Still, Logan and his crew say they're cognizant of the dangers that come with human contact.
People are opening their doors and letting us come into their safe zone, and we want to make sure that they know that they are safe. We're taking all the precautions to make sure that they're safe, but also I'm making sure that my guys are safe.
Bowden says now, more than ever, there's something therapeutic about the old-school nature of his games.
I feel like they remind you of kind of a happier time. You either see or play these classic cabinets in an arcade or in a bar or a pizza place or a restaurant.
He's an avid pinball player himself and sounds almost zen when he talks about the game.
You know, unlike a lot of like classic arcade games, yeah, that turtle that you gotta jump on level 2, he's always gonna be there. He's not going away, but every game of pinball is always different.
I ask you to comply with the spirit of the law so that...
On March 23rd, when Oregon Governor Kate Brown ordered all non-essential businesses to close, QuarterWorld's team rushed to deliver their machines to customers stuck at home, in case it would be their last chance. All told, Logan's crew have been able to rent and deliver nearly 100 games. One of those lucky recipients was Samantha Swindler.
I've always wanted a pinball machine.
A reporter for the city's newspaper, The Oregonian.
I feel like totally privileged to be able to just sit at home and play pinball and feel like I am helping in that way by not harming people by going out.
A timely thought as we battle this virus. If you're not a healthcare worker or delivery driver on the front lines, you can still do your part by just staying home. And who knows, maybe playing a game of pinball.